All right, everybody, welcome back to Two Dudes in a Room.
Two Dudes in a Room.
Two Dudes in a Room. My name's Cordell.
And I'm not... Ooh, I almost said my name. I almost said my name.
It's been a minute since we've done this.
It's, need to go back to therapy. That's what this is.
Yeah, we just got back from Christmas and New Year's and...
Or Hanukkah, if you celebrate said thing.
Or the holiday season.
Is that the right way to say it? So you're not offending anybody?
Yeah, like that encompasses everyone.
Yeah.
I hope.
I don't...
Unless you don't celebrate holidays, in which case, fuck you.
You know, I've actually never met anyone. I shouldn't say that. I've never celebrated Hanukkah with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
no.
what, like, is it the same thing where people gather around and talk about,
I have no idea.
You know?
I don't even want to be like,
getting into it.
Actually, because I have no idea.
Very uncultured, so.
Yeah, no kidding. But over the break, we both saw the new Star Wars movie
at very different times.
Yeah,
you saw it in the very beginning.
I saw it like the day, like I saw the first showing the day it came out,
Yeah.
and Zach was actually during.
It was during break. It was right. I think it was either right after Christmas or right before Christmas.
I think it was right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. Okay, all right.
I got a text almost immediately like it was all right.
It was good, not great.
Yeah, good, not great.
Yeah,
there you go.
That sums up this whole episode. I'm sure.
Right there, and yeah, I would have to agree with that. Good, not great. It let me down in some areas, but it really surpassed my what I thought could happen in the Star Wars universe in a lot of areas. Like, I didn't think a Star Wars movie could be really that funny.
Oh yeah, going for that kind of humor.
Yeah, because it okay. If you've seen X-Men Apocalypse, we're gonna switch a little bit. X-Men Apocalypse didn't really know what it wanted to be. Did it want to be a comedy? Did it want to be a drama? Did it want to be action? Because it was very much just it's funny now. Oh, now it's supposed to be scary. Now it's supposed to be very actiony. So it was very segmented.
Whiplash and kind of like
exactly.
Yeah.
But like Star Wars, it blended so seamlessly for me. I have heard complaints that that a lot of the humor was very abrupt, but I thought it was very it flowed
very nicely. Yeah, I think it made its way in there compared to some of the other movies that I'm thinking about. Well, I'm going back to like back in the original trilogy when like Leia would make fun of you're kind of short to be a stormtrooper kind of thing. It's a different kind of humor than what this newer one was.
That's because it was a completely different generation, too.
Yeah,
like, that came out in 1979.
Yeah.
So, right? No, 77.
Yeah.
Oofda. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'm not worthy.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
But yeah, I will agree that the humor flowed pretty well. There's a couple moments that kind of had me giggling was the Borgs. Or not
the Porgs.
Porgs, not Borgs.
I love...
I know they were made just to sell toys,
yeah.
Which is I don't know. It was I don't know.
I thought they were cute.
They were cute, yes, but
like,
it just
I wouldn't mind having
like,
a plushie.
It just kind of felt like they were trying to sell me on a product.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't.
Well, that's what they are. Like they're trying to sell you on the Star Wars brand.
Right. But anyway, the funny part is when they were like messing with the lightsaber and one was looking down the barrel
of
the lightsaber. I thought that was funny.
Did it actually, because I remember I saw a drawing somewhere, like two porgs, and one of them hits the button to ignite the lightsaber, and one of them actually has his head looking down the barrel, and
like
it goes through
off?
His head, yeah.
I don't know if it actually...
I don't remember if it did or not. I would guess not, because that would be...
very graphic.
Yeah, that'd be super intense.
Yeah, or like when Chewie was eating one and they're sitting there.
That was hilarious. I loved that. Can we just, for 1 second, how perfectly he roasted that porg? It looked like a rotisserie chicken you would find in like a
supermarket.
Yeah, like going to Walmart and getting a rotisserie chicken. It looked perfect.
He's an expert cook, I guess. We never knew about that.
Yeah, Chewie had a past life where he was Martha Stewart because he knows how to play that chess game real well. That space chess. He can cook. Yep. I mean, someone's got to clean the inside of the Falcon.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it wasn't Han.
No, it was not Han, for sure. It was definitely Chewie.
Chewie's just like a giant Swiffer. Like, he just has to roll around and he collects all the dust.
Exactly. That's why they put him on a stick and they kind of toss him around.
Oh my gosh.
But, yeah, no, the humor, it landed in some parts. And, I don't know. And I'm trying to think back. It's been a while now that it's, trying to reminisce of my feelings throughout the movie.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a while for both of us. So.
Yeah, so humor-wise, I think it hit for a lot of the parts. I don't think it landed for every single one. Now that I'm thinking about it,
you can't hit it every time. Like
No.
like some of the funniest movies. Like I love Step Brothers. I love Anchorman.
Yeah.
But even those two have jokes where I'm like, I know
enough,
you were
yeah.
trying to be funny, but those are in comedy movies,
Right,
Like that are
okay.
specifically meant. So
that's fair.
for an action adventure, it's gonna be it's hard to hit every time.
Yeah, fair enough. And then, so I guess segueing into that, I don't know. We're probably gonna get into some spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, I mean,
Pause the video, go see that shit, and
it's
get back
come
here.
back. Yeah. But let's see. So I guess the biggest things for you and me watching videos on YouTube of like, conspiracies on like
What's
this or
gonna
that is.
happen, yeah.
The biggest thing was, I guess I shouldn't say the biggest thing. One of them was who Rey's parents were.
Oh, yep.
And then the other one was Who is Snoke? And
Yep.
then I guess kind of for more us was the books.
Oh yeah, we talked about that in one of our episodes.
podcast? Yeah. What we thought it was.
Well, what we thought the books were, and we were right. Like they were like
How to Be a Jedi for Dummies.
essentially, yeah. It was. They're like they called them the sacred texts, and they
Yeah.
were like the oldest knowledge that the Jedi had ever.
Right.
Like,
and
ever
it's kind
conceived.
of like their Bible kind of thing.
Yeah, like
where-
or like their collection of
The
Bibles,
teachings,
like their
yeah.
encyclopedias.
Right. So, I mean, and it was kind of interesting, I guess, going into that part of it with Yoda being there, and
Yeah, Yoda.
Yoda being there was, I like to compare it to nostalgia teabagging us in the
Yep.
face, which is the greatest visual, I think.
Yeah, it was weird. I appreciate that Yoda was there because they're bringing those things back. Like, you were able to hear Obi-Wan's voice, like Sir Alec Guinness, his voice in Rey's Force vision that she had in Force Awakens. So they are getting the original trilogy in there, obviously with like the lightsaber and Luke obviously being there.
Yeah.
But they're getting the original trilogy in there with two, which I enjoy that. I think that's cool that they're getting their roots in the new stuff. But like, he was so weird. I mean, Yoda was weird.
Yeah.
In the first time you saw him.
Right.
But like, he was a little over the top for me.
You think so?
Like there were parts of their dialogue where I was cringing.
Yeah. I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot to him in that episode. It was very quick, I think. And
Oh, yeah.
He hit with the humor of like page turners they were not kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
And, like,
that was pretty good.
it really, to me, it wasn't a necessary scene. It was just like kind of hitting Luke over the head kind of thing. You're like, this is, you're overthinking things kind of thing. So, I don't know. It just seemed unnecessary to me.
But
personally.
like, had Yoda not been there, the scene would have unfolded exactly how it did.
Yeah.
Because Luke was going up to burn them, and it's just that Yoda was the one to end up throwing the torch instead of Luke.
Oh no, he summoned the lightning.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, like I said, it's been a minute. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, no, agreed. And I don't know, the book thing was kind of a letdown overall. I thought it was gonna have some kind of like thing other than
There were a lot of things in this episode where I was like, this is gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure something else new about the Force,
Right.
new about this canon,
And just
there were
stop.
quite a few things that kind of fell flat. One of them being Rey's parents. They're
Yeah.
just regular people. So there are theories that Kylo lied to her.
yeah. And I'm still willing to believe that. to be
Yeah, for
honest.
sure. Like I'd love to see her. I think I've said on this podcast, I don't want her to be Luke's kid.
Yeah.
To continue the Skywalker lineage. I'd be okay if she was Leia's kid,
Yeah.
but somebody else would be cool. Like,
You think bringing in a new like section of very well established Force users would be cool, or you just kind of want like a nobody kind of scenario?
I'd like her to be like the daughter of like somebody who was super important,
Okay.
like a very powerful Jedi.
But do you need to know who that is, or is it okay if they just take it out of nowhere? Like, yep, this is her parents. You've never seen them before, or like going way back into the depths of like this very
the minor
Yeah.
character would be weird. Like if turns out she was Plo Koon's daughter,
Right.
Which would be insane,
Right.
Because the biology does not match and the timeline does not match at all.
Right.
But anyway, that would be like many people would be like, "Who's Plo Koon?"
Yeah.
But let's say in a future, like one of those shoot off Star Wars movies, like even in Rogue One, had she been Jane Erso's kid, I would have been okay with that.
Okay.
Like, I'd like her to be the daughter of someone important, but I get I get it if she's not, because it's this whole thing of like greatness can come from anywhere.
Okay.
You don't have to be the daughter of someone really important to make yourself important.
All right, I can dig that. At first, I'm kind of like, oh, she needs to somehow like be. Well, here's the other thing that I'm keep referring back to is like they talked about how. I don't know if she was just trolling us, but she said that it was pretty obvious who her parents were, which throws me off.
Because she may have been trolling us because like Mark Hamill's been trolling us since before Force Awakens came out.
Yeah.
So maybe she wanted to jump on that train because in real life, her and Mark Hamill are so similar.
Right.
She's so I love Daisy Ridley.
Yeah,
she's so funny.
And I guess the other thing that comes into play is like this is directed by a different person. So do you think they just weren't on the same page when it comes to what?
I think Disney's the one who has like the final say. I mean, maybe not the final say, but they put their input in. They know kind of how they want this to go.
Right.
So I mean, like the director, like you can tell there's definitely a difference between Force Awakens and The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
They're
absolutely.
very different movies.
Yep.
And that's the directors, I'm guessing, that with their creative differences, but Disney had an idea of how they wanted this arc to go.
Okay.
So like they had to say as well.
Okay, that's fair. So you don't think the overall arcing storyline made a difference on who was directing it? It just
I think Disney's like we need you to do this, and this. You can do whatever you want in between it.
All right, that's fair.
Maybe not whatever you want.
Yeah, and you think
like,
Rey's parents is one of those things that hits one of the main points of this? Okay.
That and obviously Han Solo's death would have been on there. I think the Luke thing would have been on there as well, like like Luke kind of rejecting the Force.
Okay.
Like shutting himself off from it.
Yep. And
obviously Porgs were on there as well.
Probably yes, for money obviously, but it's just interesting because it wasn't. These movies are so different than the other prequels for me because it's just this way of like these are the old characters, here's the new ones, and they're slowly merging the two. Where in the other ones, it's just like, oh, yep, this is your new cast of characters kind of thing.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know if it's just they're playing on the thing of nostalgia and they're getting people to come into the theaters now because of that.
I thought the Force Awakens, that's definitely what I thought it was.
Okay.
Like, people were going, if you're a Star Wars fan, you were going to see The Force Awakens, obviously. But, like, they were trying to put our nostalgia blinders on and be like, "Oh, look who it is! Look at that!
Yeah,
this kind of reminds me of that scene from A New Hope, that kind of thing."
Okay,
so that's what they were trying to do with the first one. I'm pretty sure I'm on record saying that somewhere in our playlist.
Yeah.
But now I think that they've hooked us, or like they've hooked the majority of us. I know a lot of people who were not happy with Force Awakens.
Yeah,
but now that they've hooked us, they've given us this new cast.
Yep.
Now they're going to do their own thing.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, who else do they have left to kill off, to be honest? Here's the other thing they didn't kill Leia.
That's
so surprising to me.
I'm guessing because the movie was done when she died.
Oh,
So what I'm thinking they're going to do is the next movie is going to take place 3 to 5 years after
after
Last Jedi.
Well, what was the last part of the last? It was
The Last Jedi. It ends with them on the planet.
I just remember the kid looking up and like they were going or they had. Remember it was back in like the races or whatever.
Like it was the kid that that is showing force. He was force sensitive.
Yeah.
Because he grabbed the broom and I thought that was kind of cool.
Right.
But yeah, like between Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, almost no time passes if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because because Rey is handing Luke the lightsaber still.
Yep.
So I think they're gonna give a couple years in between the next two, because there's always been like 10 years in between each movie leading up to this point.
Right. Okay.
So give them 5 years. That gives them enough time for Leia to die of an old age or some other thing, and to establish new leadership in the Resistance.
Yeah. There wasn't that much left in the Resistance in the last episode.
No, the Resistance is pretty dead.
I was gonna say, I think this is the smallest I've ever seen, like the Resistance size, right?
Because so many people died in the chase scene, that wonderful
that Cordell is not a fan of.
If you've seen the animated series, The Clone Wars, the main plot of The Last Jedi is that Snoke's ship is here, and our main cruiser for the Resistance is here, and the Resistance is running out of fuel, and they can't jump off to Lightspeed because the First Order ship can like track them through Lightspeed, which is fucking bananas to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So they're staying just outside of the firing range of their weapons.
Right.
And so they're running out of fuel, and they need to find a way to shut down this device.
Super similar, right?
I've caught you up on
The
this
animated series? And
I've caught you up on this episode.
Yeah.
What if going back to the Clone Wars TV series, that whole plot feels like an episode of the TV series.
Of the chase scene, you mean?
Like that, yeah. That whole plot line seems like an episode of the Clone Wars TV series.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot simpler than what we're used to, I guess. I mean, what we are used to is big planet-sized thing. Go blow it up.
Yeah.
So
okay. All right. We're spending a lot of time on this, and there's so much to cover.
Yeah, no kidding.
So we're gonna do a quick firing round of like just stuff that's popping into my head.
Okay.
The scene with the spaceship going through Lightspeed and destroying the other ship.
That was so cool. And I my favorite thing about it was that it was actually quiet.
Yeah, the sound cuts, and then you hear the loud bang, which you wouldn't hear in space technically.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear. But yeah, I thought it was cool that it's silent like space would be, and it was very dramatic.
Right.
And they were like the director of the movie said that the Star Wars universe has been wanting to use that for such a long time, but they've been waiting for the right moment,
and they
found
perfect.
it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yep. The new character with Finn that's supposedly the love interest but not interest. Thoughts? Quick thoughts.
She's not very well developed, I guess. She was kind of thrown in there, and I'm okay with them just throwing characters in, but like she wasn't overly interesting.
Yeah, not really.
That's why she was off on this other mission with Finn, because like I didn't really give a shit about that other mission with Finn.
Right, in the casino you're talking
about.
Yeah,
the casino scene, the planet.
She did have one of my favorite lines in the movie of like, it's not who we destroy, it's who we save. That, you know, that I don't know the exact quote on it, but it was
something to that effect.
Yeah, it just made me think a lot about it.
But see, like, I don't know. Like, they left her ambiguous at the end whether she lived or she died. We don't know yet.
Right.
But like, Finn was gonna sacrifice himself to destroy that laser thing, the laser battering ram, and then she ran into him. So she may have died. She may have sacrificed herself to prevent Finn from sacrificing himself.
Yeah.
That would have essentially saved more people.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a weird scene to me.
Kind of. And like the awkward kiss was kind of a big deal, I guess. Of like, I don't know. It was whatever.
Yeah. What else you got for me?
Snoke dying. Big one. What do you think?
I thought, like, I don't think Snoke's dead.
Okay.
I think the person we saw as Snoke was a projection, like Luke was when he fought Kylo.
Yeah. What did you think of that scene?
That was so cool. That was a cool scene. So badass.
Yeah. I love that. The little, like, the shoulder.
Yeah, the little shoulder thing he did.
Yeah. I was like, that's classic Mark Hamill right there.
Luke is probably at his finest in this episode.
Agreed, for sure.
Which is weird because he's like really old now.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Snoke dying. You don't think it's real?
Yeah, it's a projection, and he lets you think that he died. Like, we've seen him be able to use, like, he's like Vader. He can go through like projections and stuff. Like, he was a hologram.
Yeah.
And he's throwing that general guy around the room with the Force from way like a distance. Like, he's not even in the same room. So like there's no reason to believe that he wouldn't be able to use like Force lightning through a projection of himself that he's created with the Force.
Okay, fair enough. And then let's see. I guess connected to that, what did you think of the lightsaber battle they had?
That was.
Did you like that scene or did you not like that scene?
I thought it was.
I thought it was okay.
It was not the best. I liked the scene where Rey and Kylo fought like the Imperial Guards, or like
that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. Like, I thought it was cool, but it's like they have these guards. Wouldn't they have called in more people? Like, our supreme leader is dead.
Yeah.
His apprentice has killed him.
Yeah.
You think like they would have been like, hey, 911 real quick.
Radioing in.
Someone Snoke's dead. Send everybody.
Yeah.
No, we're just gonna try to kill you with our ninja moves.
Yeah. I don't know. It was interesting.
if you've seen like online right now, they're making these like phone cases and posters and stuff, and it's like the most influential lightsaber duel of each battle.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's all over Facebook.
Yep,
and
it's the bars of each
the bars.
episode. Yep,
You've probably seen it on Facebook.
Yep.
It made for a great, like, that was the scene that they used for like the Last Jedi, and it made for a pretty good bar on that.
Yeah.
I thought it looked pretty cool.
I agree. Connected to that, really quickly is I like the overall plot was kind of wish-washy, but I did like the idea of you don't really know where everyone is standing. Like, you don't know whether or not Kylo Ren's on the good or bad side, because he's kind of, he did kill Snoke, but yet he's still on the dark side technically. And also with Rey, she was called to the dark side, but yet she's still on the Jedi side.
Yep.
So I do like that idea of like you don't really know where
everyone's sitting right now.
Yeah.
I like that as well. That really plays off like the posters that you've
Yeah.
been seeing. Or like they had ads where like they would show Rey in like a blue light, and then they would show her in a red light, and they would
Yeah.
do the same thing with Kylo. And it's
Right.
like, where are these? Like, both of these characters are very ambiguous as to where they are. Like,
Right.
Maybe not so much as maybe not ambiguous is probably the wrong word. We know that Kylo's our bad guy, Rey's our good girl.
Yeah.
But like they're not a straight line that like these characters are following. It's very wavy.
Right. And I guess ending on the quickest thing that I guess one of my biggest confusions, I don't know if it's a confute, but like when Rey is training with Luke, she sees the light and the dark and all this stuff on life and death and all that, and she gets called into like this black hole.
Yeah.
Like thing is that I don't know what that is.
That was like the dark side.
Dark side, but like
that was like the birthplace of the dark side.
and it's on the same planet.
Yeah, it's on the same island
Yeah.
as like the original Jedi Temple.
But like she goes there and then just nothing happens.
Yeah, she was about to find out who her parents were.
Yeah, but I did like that one scene of like I don't even
The
know
mirrors.
Yeah,
like how everything would like move
Yeah, it was-
in sections.
yeah.
I liked that scene.
Yeah, I just don't know. It just confused me. I was like,
It was tempting her. It was like,
I see.
come to our side and we'll give
tell you the truth. And,
Yes, that's
yeah.
exactly what every Sith Lord since the beginning of time has done.
Right.
Hey, come over to our side, and hey, you'll be able to. I'll give you knowledge that the Jedi couldn't even try to tell you.
Yeah. So I mean, it was an okay movie. The lightsaber battles were so. The overarching whole thing of it was kind of The comedy was good.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the one planet that Luke was on, like the
island. Yeah.
the island itself, and also when he was the projection of like that final.
Oh yeah,
battle
like
scene.
it's like I think it was supposed to be salt.
Yeah,
It's
the red salt thing.
Yeah, and every time you moved over it, like it would turn into like red, and I really like that as well.
Yeah. Yep.
I also did like how Snoke, he didn't die in like a lightsaber, like a real lightsaber battle. Like every bad guy up to this point has died in like a final big clash.
Yeah.
This threw me off guard, him dying so abruptly like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like it per se, but I didn't dislike it.
Okay. All right.
It was
just
something
different.
new.
Yeah. I see where
And-
you're coming from.
So that was kind of cool, I
Okay.
guess. But,
All right. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what the audience says.
with
what they
that,
think.
and I mean, they need to comment down below, like, subscribe, and tell us what they thought.
Yeah.
I guess we just have to wait 2 more years for the next one to come out.
We do have.
We have Solo.
We have Solo coming out, which is a whole different episode.
I'm stoked. But
right.
we'll talk about that one next time on Two Dudes in a Room.
Two dudes in a room.
Have a good one.
See ya.